Deep in the heart of Cozy Girl Fall, join me for a day in the life of a cozy girl. Today we're going to be honoring our bodies, understanding rest is productive, and making space for joy. Essentially, this is your guide on how to be a cozy girl. And yes, I'm talking to you two moms. A cozy mom? Is that even possible? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Before we get into it, I think we should break down what exactly a cozy girl is. I'm sorry, the educator in me just couldn't resist. A cozy girl is self-assured. Think the song Cozy by Beyonce. Someone who's comfortable in their skin, someone who honors how God created them, someone who's confident, someone who loves themselves. A cozy girl takes care of themselves. Someone who knows the importance of centering their needs. Someone who recognizes that they cannot pour from an empty cup. A cozy girl seeks comfort. In a world that is constantly asking women to do the most, cozy girls intentionally choose to do the least. They recognize that they were not put on this earth to hustle and bustle, but rather to stop and smell the roses. Growing and challenging ourselves is important, and so is recognizing how far we've come and taking a moment to enjoy the fruits of our labor. I entered my cozy girl era in 2022 after 27 years of grinding way too hard. I realized I had poured so much of my time and energy into being the best version of myself, but I hadn't had the pleasure of meaningfully spending time with the person I had become. So I decided to dedicate this next stage of my life to myself, to strengthening my relationship to my body, to staying grounded in my spirit, to relaxing my mind, to following my heart. I see my cozy girl era as a loving practice for myself and a reclamation for my ancestors, for all the women before me who worked more than their bodies could handle, who took on the world's problems as their own, who compromised their needs for others, who neglected their intuition to be more convenient for this world, who never got the space to slow down and rest and heal. Thank you for joining me today as I embrace my coziest self. My day started off at 11:30 a.m. on a Saturday. Even though I have a 4-month-old baby, my partner is in charge of her on the weekends, so I get to sleep in. I know functioning on very little sleep is a rite of passage for new parents, but I also know how much better I feel when I'm well rested, so I take every opportunity I can to prioritize my sleep. Even though my partner is technically in charge of our baby on the weekends, he visits our local food bank on Saturday mornings, and our baby had a slight cold, so we wanted to keep her home until she fully recovered, so I had to watch her for a couple hours. I had just woken up and was still in my grumpy morning mood, so I let my baby know that my capacity was low and watched her as she explored her limbs, chatted about this and that, and then we had a quiet feed. I'm really not trying to be a perfect mom who's always on.
Yeah.
My partner came back around 2 because the line at the food bank was really long. My weekends are usually reserved to work on YouTube, so I was upset that it was already 2 and I still hadn't gotten a chance to start work yet. But I also know that our delay today was neither of our fault and beyond our control. Growing up, I often saw married couples blame each other for things that weren't going their way, and my partner and I are really intentionally not about having that be part of our relationship. Instead, when things don't go our way, we consider how we can support each other to move through difficult moments. Knowing that my schedule had gotten delayed, my partner picked up food from our local Guyanese bakery on his way back, so I wouldn't have to make us lunch and could start work sooner rather than later. We decided to have a cute lunch date while watching a TV show, so my partner put our baby to sleep while I got ready for the day. I didn't feel like getting out of my pajamas, so I spent some time doing my hair instead. I like using as little product in my hair as possible to give my hair some freedom to exist as it pleases. If there are frizzy bits on top of my hair, instead of adding a conditioner, I usually just tie those parts of my hair up in a little ponytail with a scrunchie. This ponytail was looking a little too puny though, so I switched it to a top knot. Definitely Loki looked like a clown. Hello, Jenkins. I then brushed my teeth and did my skincare routine. I got the skincare set as a birthday gift from Sephora a few months ago, which I've still been enjoying. I love signing up for freebies and getting to use products I would never usually be able to afford. When doing my skincare, I try my best to bring gentleness into my practice, which automatically seeps into my intention for the day. Instead of eating lunch out of takeout containers, I heated the food up in our favorite plates and bowls just to add a little special touch, and obviously lit a candle, because what is being cozy without a cute candle to match? I finally got to work at 3:30 p.m. I love going to bubble tea cafes on the weekend to get my work done, but I was experiencing a chronic pain flare-up today, so instead I worked from my bed. I added a shoulder heat pack, hoping to loosen some tension in my upper back because I wanted to get a video edited today. While waiting for my back to heal, I decided to get a head start on some non-computer YouTube work. When planning my work days as a cozy girl, I always make it a point to set aside time for rest and pumping. Sometimes I find that we treat our bodies like they're invincible, expected to be on at 100% without any breaks to recharge. And that's incredibly unrealistic. Having more attainable work goals leaves me feeling accomplished and motivated to continue working throughout the day. Sadly, my shoulders were not letting up, so I decided not to edit my YouTube video today and to work on planning and filming future YouTube videos. When met with changed circumstances, my past self would find a way to somehow still make whatever I wanted to happen. And I just don't live like that anymore. Editing a YouTube video is not worth me being in pain for days. Because I didn't get to go to my bubble tea cafe to work, my partner also ordered me a bubble tea. And even though so little had gone according to plan today, I was actually having a great day, and that mattered more than anything. After getting an hour of work in, I decided to give my back a break and change spaces, and also my hairstyle because this knot was bobbing all over the place. I also found some brown sugar baker stickers left over from my mom's and my bakery days that we used to use when packing up baked goods, so I used them as little tabs for my YouTube notebook. Don't miss the breast milk stain. I swear I can count the number of things in this house that don't have a breast milk stain on one of my hands. I needed to stretch my legs, so I decided to take a break from work and get some chores done. I tidied our house and unpacked the food bank groceries from earlier. I always feel so grateful when unpacking groceries from our current food bank. We didn't have the best experience at our last food bank, and it's been such a blessing moving to this new food bank. We don't just get your regular schmegular canned food. We get little packaged snacks, baby formula, period pads, and fresh produce. If you're low income, I definitely recommend visiting your local food bank to see if they can help you out with groceries. They've made our grocery experience so much cozier. If you're interested, I also made a video about how to budget, which I'll link up here. My partner then let me know that our baby had spent the day in Poop City, so I made some extra diapers for him. One thing about working when you're a mom, you always have to be ready to pause work when your kid needs you. I always try to leave wiggle room when estimating how long work tasks are going to take me for moments like these. He's really enjoying this new high-pitched sound. Child, do you mean dolphin? He laughed at that.
You have a good sense of humor, don't you?
Often we're the butts of the joke, though. Since prioritizing YouTube on my weekends, I've also noticed how happy I am to have a little chat with my baby here and there, even though I'm not on shift. It's wild how honoring your boundaries as a mom increases your capacity to be around your kids. It's almost as though moms wouldn't be resentful if their time and energy was respected. Cough, cough. My partner needed to poop, so I had to watch my baby for a few minutes, and I took this opportunity to get some stretches in. The heat packet finally loosened my shoulders, enough for me to work on them. Finding moments in your day to do the things that are important to you is such a mom skill, and we all need to learn it. I then did a quick run through my self-care checklist on my fridge. It's so hard for me to remember the things I need to do to take care of myself. So I wrote them all down for me to check off as I move through my day. I actually made a reusable template to share. If you're a mom and you'd like to start your own self-care checklist, you can find it in the description below. One of the things on my checklist is to take my maternity meds, which I most certainly forgot to. In case you didn't know, it's really important for birthing parents to take maternity meds for 3 to 4 months after birth to help regulate their hormones. My maternity meds are obviously gummies, even though they're 3 times as expensive as the capsules, because if this is the only way I will actually take my vitamins, so be it. I was feeling a little tired by this point, so instead of going straight into filming, I decided to take a short break. I had a snack and watched a YouTube video which helped energize me, and then I filmed some footage for a video about romanticizing my days, which is now up on my YouTube channel. After filming, I decided to make some dinner, the ultimate cozy girl meal, instant ramen. I love adding veggies to my ramen to up the nutritional value, along with a flavor booster like this miso soup cube. I also usually add protein from my fridge, but I didn't have any today, so I added in some frozen dumplings. I love that ramen is a one-pot meal and I just use one pair of chopsticks the entire time. Adding in some seaweed at the end is another fun instant flavor booster. My partner and I ate dinner while watching another episode. I got him into Blood and Water. And then I actually got to start editing a YouTube video. We started our baby's nighttime routine, and then I did my nighttime routine. As long as I have energy for it, it's really important to me to end my day with my nighttime routine. It helps my body and mind wind down and prepare for sleep. I was still feeling pretty energized, but I wanted to see how I felt after my nighttime routine to determine if I had time for another stretch of work. But alas, my baby woke up for a surprise feed. My partner brought me a bowl of granola and a foot massage to make up for this. I think it's so important for partners of breastfeeding parents to recognize how much time and energy breastfeeding can take and support their partners when they have to constantly shift plans to accommodate breastfeeds. I got a teeny stretch of work done after the feed, but called it a night by 3, and that brings us to the end of my day as a cozy girl. Thank you so much for joining me as I center the importance of coziness, and I hope it inspires you to bring coziness into your days. I'm adding a couple of my other cozy videos, including how to transition into fall. I know fall started like 2 months ago, but hey, we're taking things at a cozy pace. Remember, better late than never.